Here's the video for the 4-inch Deluxe 2011 Thundercats GRUNE figure. He is one of the Deluxes. They cost, I think, $14.99 at Toys R Us. And again, Tigra and Lion-O seem to have very limited articulation and come with like an accessory base stand that they can interact with. Whereas GRUNE, much like mumm-ra, is actually a full-on posable figure. He's got the full range of motion. He's got some. He actually does have a little wrist swivel here. He's got a waist swivel, some nice range of motion in the knees, and then the feet as well. So he's got the standard 4-inch articulation, not the limited articulation of the Lion-O and Tigra in the Deluxe scale. And he just looks menacing. He's really cool. I like his sculpt. I wasn't sure. I wasn't planning on picking him up, and then I saw him the other day, yesterday, when I was at Toys R Us picking up a couple of things. Actually, did I get a figure? Oh yeah, when I picked up mumm-ra, I saw him and I didn't get him, and then I went home and I'm like, I really think I like that guy, and figured if he was still there when I went back today, I would get him, and he was, and I did. And they actually had the 4-inch ones. I've now seen all the 4-inch ones. Mine should be here tomorrow, or actually later today, I guess. And they're not bad. I picked up a Wily kit for my daughter, and while she's limited in posability, my daughter loves her, and she's a nice little in-scale version to fit with my 4-inch ones, so I'll review her tomorrow, but I didn't mind it. But he also has the magnet on his back for interactivity, and one of the things he does interact with is his giant mace. He does have his giant mace. You can have him wield it like this, but you'll see that as we spin it around, you'll see that right here on this one, there's a flat piece. And just like in the cartoon, if you put the magnet, well, the cartoon didn't have magnets, but if you put touch the magnet to on his back, his mace expands out. You can see the 3 parts of it expand out, and then he can hold his giant mace. And like I said, kind of hard to get it in his giant hands, but he does hold it. It does make him a little front heavy. He's a little hard to stand with it unless you have it kind of angled down. But even that looks pretty menacing. Like, he just looks awesome. He looks like, I'm going to kick some butt. I have the power now. What are you going to do to stop me? He can have him sling it up over his shoulder. He looks cool. He looks like a brute, as he should. So that's kind of nice. So he's got the mace, which is cool. He also comes with, there's a bow, and then like a little quiver on a stand. Oh, nice. Okay, so when you can actually have him store the quiver across his back. That's kind of nice. I was wondering why the stand even folded up, and it stands right here. And inside that thing is an arrow with the bow, and you can have him just hold the bow. Like the instructions say, have him hold the bow in one hand and the arrow in the other, like he may want to potentially shoot an arrow. But the arrow itself does have a little notch here that pegs into the bow, just like this. As you may have seen in the opening scene again. And he can hold the bow. He can get the bow up, and you can kind of put his hand on the other end of the arrow, turn his head. It's a little hard to turn his head because of the hair, but it will turn, as you can see, and you can have him put the bow forward. He's about to shoot an arrow. I think that's kind of cool. They didn't have to do it, but you can have him looking like he's about to shoot an arrow, even though the arrow is bent, but we'll fix that later. So yeah, and those are his accessories. Just a real quick comparison. We'll show them off with the other 4-inch figures that I've got. Come on, you. There we go. Here he is with mumm-ra. Obviously, who he met up with and teamed up with, if you saw the first episode. There we go. Get mumm-ra on all his bat wings in. And here he is with Lion-O and Tigra. So yeah, a nice little figure, fits in with the other 4-inch scale guys. And he falls backwards. There he is. Thundercats 4-inch scale Deluxe GRUNE.